Hi class 7, welcome back to the chemistry class once again. So today's topic will be the periodic table and its relation with the valence. Now what is this periodic table stands for? What is it? What is its function and what are the parts of it? First of all, for that we have to know our reasoning. What is this reasoning? Now we have already known that there are about 118 elements present in our nature, right? We know that. Now when this kind of element got discovered, how we are going to know them? How we are going to get them in our scientific study? For that, then scientists thought that how about we just classify them, we study them and then we classify them according to their properties. Okay, so some scientists, including our eminent scientist, that is Dmitry Mendeleev, he did what? He classified all these elements, he took it and put it in a chart-like manner, and that also tabular. So that came to be known as what? A periodic table. Okay, now this periodic table has certain parts of it and its uniqueness. So what is this uniqueness? First of all, for that we have to know this periodic table and its parts and components. Okay, now look at the board. You can see this is a tabular classification and this is a part of periodic table. Not the entire thing has been taken. For your convenience, for you to know the parts and the components. So here, what are the principal part of a periodic table? We have to first know it. So here you can see this is like a chart manner where you can see there are certain column and rows present. What are the columns? These are the columns which are vertically present and these are the rows which are horizontally spread out, right? Now these columns, each of these columns, we call them groups. Okay, so how many groups are there? In a periodic table, there are 7 groups. Okay, 7 groups including a 8th one that is known as the 0 group. Alright, and in case of the periods, there are 7 periods. But among the 7, just for our convenience, only 4 has been taken. Not entire 4, just a part of it. Okay. So here we are going to discuss about the group first. Alright. So here you can see that there are number of groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and then a 0. Now in case of this, why this A is written? This group has been furthermore later on our further century it has been discussed and there are many new elements got discovered and they put them together and they classified these groups into furthermore subgroups as A and B. Okay, so each group got separated into subgroups as A and B. Alright, so we are not going to deal or we are not going to discuss about the B subgroups. We are just going to be stick with the A's. Okay, because they are more important for us. Now how many groups are there? We can get there are till 7A and a 0 group. And now in case of the period, there are certain periods like 1, 2, 3, 4 till 7. Alright. Now what is the relation between these periods and groups with the valency? Before that I am going to discuss about the elements that are present. Okay. So here only the formulas I have, symbols I have taken. Okay. So first we are going to start with what? Hydrogen. Okay. So hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium and calcium. Alright. Now see one thing. In the group A, okay, 1A, all the elements that are present in a column that are containing 1, 1, 1, 1. What are these? These are the valencies. Okay. So all this here, just below the element, I have written down the valencies in the parenthesis. Okay, within the bracket. So here, what is the relation we are going to know now? First of all, each of the groups each of the groups are containing all the elements with similar valencies. So we are going to discuss about the first point, that is valency across the each column are same. That means you see that from here for each column, okay, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, all of these are containing similar valency, that is valency 1. For the 2A, there is beryllium, magnesium, calcium. All of these three are containing valency 2. Similar thing is happening for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0 also. Alright. Now, a funny thing happens along the periods. What happens? Just hear it very carefully. Along the period, say I have taken this period number 2. Okay, so this is the period number 2. Now what happens? How the valencies vary with each period. Here valency across the each row varies or each period varies. Here from the 1A column, the valency keep on increasing till what? Till 4A column. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what happens? The 4A onwards from 5A till 0, the valency decreases once again. Till 4 it increases, then it starts decreasing again from 3, 2, 1, 0. So we can understand that the valency across one row or one period, it keeps on increasing till 4A, and from 4A onwards it keeps on decreasing till 0. Alright. So here this is the relation between the valency and each period and the groups. Okay. Now as each of the group are containing similar valency, they are having or they are sharing similar properties. How? First of all, first we are considering the group A. Okay, group 1A. Here lithium, sodium, potassium, all of these are the metals, because they are sharing similar kind of nature of their own. We know the nature of the metal, we have already studied in our earlier classes, right? So metals, all of this, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, all these are the metals by nature. While in case of 2A, all these are known as earth element. Why? Because beryllium, magnesium, calcium, this kind of elements, we are not going to find them free in the nature. They always need to be compounded together with other elements. Okay. Same thing is going to happen. This will be more clearer if we discuss the zero group. Now in the zero group, what kind of elements are present out there? Helium, neon, argon. You can get some similarity with this. We have already studied in before also what kind of element they are. They are the noble gases or rare elements. So this kind of elements, what common they have? They are the non-reactive ones. They are the non-reactive elements and they do not react chemically with any other elements. We know that already, right? So noble elements or noble gases, rare elements, they reside in the zero group. Okay. And in case of 7A, they are fluorine, chlorine, all these kind of elements. They are known as the halogens. They are the salt formers. Now what are the salts? We are going to study in our later classes. Just know that they are known as the halogens. So you can understand from there, each of the groups, they are containing similar property along with the similar valencies. So this is the main relation between periodic table elements and the valencies. So this is it for today. So I hope you have understand the relation between the valency, the main concept of the valency, and the relationship between the periodic table elements and the valencies. So we are going to see each other in our next video with some of the questions, and the related question will be attached with this video in the description box. So see you in the next video. Thank you.